Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Now, I've just gone over the 1,000-mile mark, and for me now, I'm sort of considering that I'm running now. I know strictly speaking, it's about 1,200 miles, isn't it, for running in, but I think I've got a feeling for these things, and as I said the other day, the bike's loosened up nicely. I'm not going to thrape it anyway. It's not the sort of bike that, you know, it's not a racing machine. So I've decided, in my own mind at least, that that's enough for me, because one of the few sort of disadvantages of one of these, and there are few, there's not many at all, but one of them is, let's face it, let's be honest, the running in period, it is a bit tedious, isn't it, eh? 1,200 miles at, what? 50 mile an hour. I think, is it 45 at first for the first few hundred? Oh, it's a bit mind-numbing, isn't it? But we know it comes and goes. You tickle around the lanes, enjoying the scenery, and yeah, so it's come and gone. But I've decided, for me, that's me done. Anyway, what I wanted to do on this little vlog was, given that I've done 1,000 miles and I am running and I've lived with the bike for a few months now, I thought I'd just share my thoughts moving forward of what I think after 1,000 miles. So stick with me and I'll tell you my thoughts. Okay, so let's have a run through. Purchased this little Classic 350 in chrome bronze in February. I bought it early February, before the March registration changed, because I got a few £100 off it. I bought it for just under £4,000 on the road delivered, which I thought was a cracking deal, and I still think it's a cracking deal for a new bike. It comes with 3 years warranty. I've got it home. Why did I buy it? I bought it because I wanted a motorcycle. I've had lots of big motorcycles and tourers over the years. I was recently retired. After the winter time, I'd got a bit bored and I didn't fancy sitting in. As the weather improves, I don't fancy sitting on my settee watching bargain hunts. And I thought although I thought I'd sort of given up bikes, I need something that's manageable, cheap enough, going to be reliable, something I can get involved with, something that I can perhaps service myself. And I can, and yeah, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to start my little vlogging channel up again, because I did this years ago. Well, you know, it wasn't really very successful, but that wasn't the point. The point is just to get out, to keep busy, to have something to do that I'm interested in, and this is turning into it. So can I just take this opportunity to thank people for joining me on this little journey. Thank you if you've subscribed. Feel free to subscribe and leave comments and send me your pictures of yours and all that sort of good stuff as I move forward. It is growing, and I'm delighted about that, so thank you very much. Anyway, back to the what we're talking about, this bike. So I bought it. What do I think of it? Let's go for it in a nutshell. What do I think of it? Well, I think it's brilliant. I bought it because of how it looks, its size. You know, we were talking about weight and power the other day. Now, I bought this little bike because it's 20 brake horsepower, not in spite of the 20 brake horsepower. I think some people are missing that. Oh, it's too heavy, it's too slow, you know, 20 brake horsepower isn't enough. Well, if you're going on a track, no, it isn't. If you're going to, you know, cross the world, it probably isn't, with 2 up and all your luggage. But if you're an old bloke tickling about and want something to go out on a sunny day, it's perfect. So I bought it because of that. It's unthreatening, it's easy to manage, you can do all the work yourself on it if you wish. You can, it's economical, it's cheap to run, cheap to insure, cheap to buy. I mean, it's solidly built, absolutely solidly built. The build quality of Royal Enfield, you know, I would still, it's getting very close to all the Jap bikes and the Triumphs. I would still say it's just slightly on the basic side, which to my mind is good. I don't mind that. So in other words, they've got the bike right. Is it as good? I mean, how do you judge as good? How do you quantify quality? If it does the job you want it to do at the right price, then to my mind it's a good quality. It's a good quality thing. But if you look at it in the cold light today, and some of the welds and some of the joints and some of the, it might not be quite, and some of the switch gear perhaps. There's nothing wrong with the switch gear, don't get me wrong, but it might not be up there with the best. But it's not intending to be, is it? It's not intending to be. It is what it is. It's not a pretender. It's not anything but a little Royal Enfield for the right money that's going to do a job for you. And in that respect, it's brilliant. I love how it looks. I love the heritage that goes with it. The fact that they've been building them for donkey's years. It hasn't changed much. I absolutely love it. Handling, easy to handle, easy to manoeuvre. Some people say it's a little bit on the portly side. Well, so am I, and I'm alright. I'm easy to handle and I'm easy to manoeuvre too. But seriously, it might be, but it carries its weight down low. I'm 6 foot tall and I'm quite a big lad. Okay, suspension. Now, the front suspension, you couldn't hope for much more for the price. Could it be improved? Probably. When I was out on the Himalayan with them shower suspension the other day, that was a noticeable improvement over what I've got here. But again, for the price, but I'm not going off-road on this, am I? Unlike the Himalayan, it's designed for a different job. It's got much more suspension travel and it was plushy. But this is up to the job, a little bit on the firm side. Now, the rear suspension, again, a bit on the firm side, but I noticed that when I knocked it down a few pegs, it actually improved it. So you can play about with the preload on your suspension and see if that makes any difference to it. I feel that it did for me. The riding position, the triangle, spot on for a little roadster. It's brilliant. It's a comfy place to be. You'd be quite happy commuting on this every day of the week. You wouldn't have any aches, and the seat's perfect again for the price and for what its intended use is. Let's face it, a little roadster like this, it's an all-rounder, isn't it? You can go to work, go for a tickle round the lanes. And I would suggest that you could still do a bit of long distance touring without any major issue. Yeah, you're only going to be limited to a sensible excuse me, a sensible sort of top speed of, let's say, 65, genuine 65. Now that might be indicating slightly higher than 65, but you could tour on, you could do pretty much anything. You wouldn't want to go off-road on it, you wouldn't want to race on it, you wouldn't go and do track days on it, but it's a jack of all trades, so it's absolutely fine. Now, the engine, again, I'm going to come back to this engine and gearbox. The engine, the gearbox is perfect. It's absolute. I think the ratios are fine, and the way it changes and clunks, there's very few false neutrals or false gears. You don't miss gears very often. I can't really remember when I missed a gear. What's what'll happen now? But don't forget, one of the things that I did do was put a heel and toe shifter on it, and I find that great. Some people might disagree with that, and I get that. That's fine. We're all different, but I find it wonderful, this heel and toe shifter, and wouldn't be without it now. I certainly wouldn't revert back, so I would recommend that as a, because it's only £30–35 as an improvement. Others might disagree, and that's fine. We're all entitled to our opinion, but that's mine. So the gearbox is as slick as a slick thing, it really is. The engine, well, what can you say about this little engine? It's absolutely phenomenal. For its size, it is a lump. When you look at it, it looks a big heavy lump. A bit like me, I look a big heavy lump. That's because I am a big heavy lump. But it's so I've said it before, it overperforms, it exceeds your expectations easily. It just pulls and pulls. It pulls from low revs, and it's just so willing, it's just so honest. It's not trying to pretend to be anything it isn't, and it just goes, I don't know how to put it into words. You can see I'm clearly not a professional road tester, but it's just so good. I mean, let him go. Mind you, this is all horrible and muddy, isn't it? I don't like the look of this much. Oh, I'm not going to get in there. So that's that. Engine, brilliant. You won't be disappointed with this engine. So, as you can gather, I'm pretty chuffed with this bike. Pretty chuffed. Yeah. I mean, little improvements have worked for me. I like them. You might not. You might go a stage further. Who knows? Engine brilliant, gearbox brilliant, brakes up to the job, absolutely fine. Seating position great, seat great. Issues. The only issue that I had was that caused me to take it back and have a chat with them about it was me the back mudguard. When I took the seat off, it was I'm just not quite sure where I go here. Norbury Wharf. There we are. So when I took the seat off, the back seat, to see how it looked, and I do like how it looks with a single seat on, because I can't see my missus coming on it much. I found that mark on the mudguard. I haven't found any other issues with it whatsoever, but I did find the mark on the mudguard. Took it back, mentioned it to them, and they got me a new mudguard and got it fitted, which is wonderful. So, there you have it. If it seems like I've been gushing over this little bike a bit, I probably have. I think it's great. It's a super little bike, as long as you've got realistic expectations. If it's the sort of thing you think you might want, it probably is. Right. It's a smashing little bike, it really is. Problems, right, so I had my blip on my mudguard, which was replaced under warranty. Let's not forget, let's not dress it, I was told as well, because another good thing is you can do your own servicing. However, be warned that my dealership, who I have got a pretty good relationship with, I mean, they've even lent me a bike to take out for a test drive, and they're going to lend me another one soon, so I get on with them fine, but they have said that strictly speaking, strictly speaking, so it is a grey area. If you self-service your bike, even if you use the proper Royal Enfield parts, you may be invalidating your warranty. Now, I'm just saying, that's the official line, yet to be tested, and I hope it never is tested, because another part of the attraction is to my mind, if Royal Enfield are confident enough to give you a 3-year warranty, they're confident in the product, aren't they? It is a robust, solid thing, so I don't expect to use it. So, fingers crossed I won't use it. Other problems, my clock steaming up. Apparently that's quite common. Clocks getting condensation in them. So just be aware of that. Yeah, just be aware. So clock steaming up. Apparently on the early models, the speedo sticking was an issue as well. Now mine doesn't stick. Whether it will do in the future, who knows? I don't know yet. It's still early days, so I don't know. Where does this road go here? I don't know. That goes to Newport. All right, let's go there then. So that's it. my Royal Enfield review after 1,000 miles, it's got better and better and better and better. It helps now that the sun's starting to shine and we can get out a bit more. There's nothing not to like about it. For little roads like this, it's absolutely perfect. Even bigger roads, it's fine. So love it to bits. If it's something you're interested in, just go buy one. Have a test ride of one. You'll be pleasantly surprised, I think. You know, sometimes I think you've got to put the spec sheet to one side and what's fastest and what does 0 to 60 and in a second faster and all that sort of stuff. And you've just got to consider your sort of miles for smiles. This delivers. It absolutely delivers. Yeah, you know, if you're in the right place, this is a perfect little bike. Anyway, I'm going to call a halt to it there. Thank you so much for watching, commenting, liking and all that good stuff. Feel free to subscribe if you like this sort of stuff and join the throng who are already here. You know, I've got some regulars already who comment, and they all seem a good bunch of lads and ladies. I've got one or two of them as well. So until the next time, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and watch out for the potholes and the lunatic drivers, and take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.